Greetings to you all and welcome back to Let's Play the Langrisser, and as you can see, turns have ended for many units. Though apparently I still get a movement radius cover when I select them. Jessica's turn. What will she do? She's fed up of healing Hain. He can handle himself. Now Hain is going to try to snipe one of these women over the wall. And Bursa is going to interrupt us very rudely. Egbert, pleased that he has completed his task, Alhazar has been revived, and he celebrates with a brief hum. Bursa apparently needs to treat himself because he is particularly injured. Nobody quite knows what Egbert's saying because it's not in Latin, therefore it can't be a working spell. Okay, here we go, this is a spell. It has the word Kaiser in it, and also Fuglon. Right. That may have been an E rather than an F, but I prefer Fuglon. A moment to ponder. It would appear the deceased are coming for us. Bernhardt, the man we killed, apparently still alive. Erwin, not particularly shocked. Look at his portrait. Just a little bit of Bernhardt. Erwin sees him more as a glut of experience. The truth of the situation out now, so it appears that Egbert, in a very cunning plan, cast a doppelganger spell, which produced presumably some kind of clone of Bernhardt, which we killed. With Bernhardt dead, in inverted commas, which I did with my fingers, but you couldn't see, Bursa took over. Truth of the matter, Bernhardt was still alive. That is why the Imperial Army were going along with Bursa, still trying to unseal the Alhazar. Not because, oh, it was his last dying wish, let's follow everything he says, but because behind the scenes he's still alive, still giving the orders, still commanding his army. As Bursa is now alluding to, very nicely. Fortunately, Bernhardt is pretty good with the insult, but that's a pretty good one as well. There's kind of a more suave kind of insult of impudent fiend. Yeah, there we go. But rending you a new arsehole is pretty good on the insult scale. I do like that one. And finally the alliance of Imperials and monsters comes to an end. A great plan, you have to admit. Bursa, he's a Dark Master, which is a summoning class, means he's able to unseal Alhazar so long as you give him the stuff he needs. By doing so, he renders himself so weak that even Egbert could kill him. So, let him unseal the sword, kill him, take the sword. Job's a good one. However, we are charging forwards because we don't want this to happen. So what's our plan now? Well, kill everyone! It's as good a plan as any. It's what we do at most levels. However, Bernhardt, being the cheating swine that he is, has access to the teleport spell. A spell an Emperor should not have, I don't think. I actually don't know what spells the Emperor gets. I'll let him off. An interesting point raised by Bernhardt there, or Egbert rather. His darted the acts of evilness have proved that he is in fact evil and therefore can wield Alhazar. Bursa won't go down without a fight. Gonna do a couple of Hadokens to try and stop people from taking him down. Or perhaps it's more of an ultra-powerful sexy beam? I'm not sure. They do look alike. That's gonna do it. Bursa disintegrates into pixie dust. Clearly that's what he was made of. A lot of experience with Bernhardt that we would have liked. More importantly, Bursa has just exploded. That means he is dead. Now, okay, Bernhardt exploded, he's not dead, but that was a clone! Clever play. That was Bursa. Bursa is dead. Which also means Dark Princess is free. And also means that Bernhardt has Alhazard. Hayne wasn't paying attention to anything that was said. Has just woken up from his brief nap and goes, "Wait, what's going on?" Jessica has to quickly fill Hayne in because he wasn't paying attention. I suppose this is for the player who just goes, skip the text, skip the text. And then you see Hayne go, "What was that?" And you go, should I actually be paying attention to this? So they go, "Quick, second roll of the dice, Jessica, say everything all over again." So it seems our objectives, they just keep on changing. Now, we gotta kill Bernhardt, because Bernhardt has the Alhazard. This means he's incredibly strong. We'll be looking at his stats in a moment, after this commander finishes meteoring her himself. Well, no, I believe she meteored her friend. Nicely done. So, we need to kill Bernhardt again, this time the real one. This time he has Alhazard. Makes him a lot stronger. That's not going to work. Alright. Best of luck with that, Evance. So he's got Alhazard, makes him very strong. We need to take him down this time. We're going to absolutely finish him off and put an end to Alhazard before anyone can use it for any monster controlling means. This is the Sword of Darkness, that is kind of what it's all to do with. But hey, on our list of enemies that we've taken down, we can tick Bursa off the list, Dark Princess off the list, but we've got to put Bernhardt back in. Now, an interesting point is that Egbert did say, "We kill these monster scum, we're not allied with them anymore." But we've already killed all of the monsters, so that doesn't matter. But if you did trigger this event before you had finished the monsters, then the Imperials would de-ally the monsters and they would fight one another, which is good, it's a nice touch. But you don't really get to experience it, because all of the monsters are so close to you to begin with. Jessica has a plan. A proper plan that might do something. This is the first time we have a plan coming out of Jessica. So he says that we apparently can't defeat Bernhardt because he has Alhazard. Now we could have defeated Bursa with Alhazard. Sorry, I'm now imagining Bursa wielding Bernhardt as a weapon. But Bursa with Alhazard we could have defeated because he would have been incredibly tired. And weak as a kitten. Kittens with giant swords are less impressive than emperors with giant swords, though they do look more menacing. Nevertheless, we have Liana, and we have Dark Princess. They are no longer under control, they've gone to NPC state, so we don't control those. Here's Bernhardt's stats for you, 53-45. Not a fun man to kill. But hey, we'll give it a good go because we don't like Jessica's plan. That's a lot of talking for one video, let's get fighting. Well, when I say fighting, I mean moving forwards. Never underestimate the powers of moving forwards. We do need to deal with the mages which are beneath us before we do anything else. But we are going to need Scott to go up the middle, because we need him to deal with those grenadiers. we're going to need somebody to go and deal with Egbert. Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking maybe Leicester. And then other enemies are pretty much killable by anyone because they're just ballistas. But hey, good to have a plan, good to have tactics. We know roughly what we want to do. And it gives me something to talk about when I'm inanely moving people forwards. Great stuff. But hey, movement is just one of those things I have to do, so I may as well think a little bit about what I'm planning to do next whilst I'm doing it. That's the sign of a tactician. Okay, stand on the wall, that's always a good spot. No, there's nothing left back here, is there? No. So, a quick switcheroo. Leicester's going up right. And I need to stay clear of the ballista range, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, exactly there. Means if you get out of the way for me, then I can dump Keith, the fragile dragon, about there, and attack with all his angels. Literally all of his angels, because they have such ridiculous movement. And we can take down that front line of ballistas. That's wonderful. Now the angels are about to get shot then by 9 ballistas at the end of this turn. However, they might take some damage. They're not going to die. Angels are too strong. Once again, just like to point out that the reason that Keith has such a huge area of influence comes from the fact he still has that necklace, which he may keep equipped for the entire game, because it's an incredibly good item for somebody with mobile units. It's incredibly cheap and it comes very, very early on, but that still doesn't detract from how good it is. Increasing the radius is so important because, of course, the effects of being within the radius get stronger and stronger as the game goes on. And then Leicester's going top right to go and greet Egbert. Somebody should go with him, but it can't be Scott because Scott's needed for Bernhardt. So it may be Keith once he's finished dealing with these ballistas. Because Keith will be able to just jot his way over there very quickly. I don't want to send Keith over there now because he'll die to all of the archers. But hopefully most of the archers will be gone by the time he's needed. Then he can just help with Egbert himself. It's a plan anyway. The only thing I am fearful of is mass meteors dropping on my poor little head. There are 4 sorcerers dotted about the place. Meteors generally do somewhere between 2 and 3 damage. So if I clump up too badly... Okay, nobody's ever going to get hit by all 4 meteors in one turn. But you could get hit by 2 meteors in a turn, and that leaves you very badly wounded. So if we can avoid that, then we really, really should. Come on, Aaron, try to do something. And that is another turn ended, and another video ended. I made you watch me move forwards this time. I've no idea why I did that. But hey, I was kind of alluding to tactics. Give me an excuse to keep recording. That's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you'll join me next time. And I shall see you then.